The surface of Lake Lanier often looks like a sheet of glass, reflecting the soft pines and the rolling Georgia hills, but beneath that calm exterior lies a landscape of submerged secrets and a history built on displacement. It is a place where the water doesn't just cover the earth. It hides a world that was never meant to be drowned. To understand why people whisper about the lake being cursed, you have to look at what sits at the bottom. Before the valley was flooded in the 1950s by the Army Corps of Engineers, it was home to thriving communities, fertile farmland, and the town of Oscarville. When the floodgates opened, the water rose over entire forests, long-abandoned barns, and even cemeteries. Many graves were relocated, but many were not, leaving hundreds of souls resting in a watery, silent dark. The Lady of the Lake. One of the most enduring legends is that of the Lady of the Lake. In 1958, a car carrying two women, Delia Mae Parker Young and Susie Roberts, careened off a bridge and plunged into the depths. For years, locals reported seeing a ghostly figure in a blue dress wandering the bridge at night, her hands missing, her expression one of eternal searching. When the car was finally recovered decades later, the remains of Susie Roberts were found inside, but the sightings did not stop. The lake, it seems, has a way of holding onto its guests. The pull of the deep. What truly chills the blood of those who visit Lanier isn't just the ghosts, but the sheer volume of tragedy. Since its creation, hundreds of people have lost their lives in these waters. Swimmers often tell harrowing stories of feeling invisible hands grabbing at their ankles, pulling them toward the silt. Divers describe a claustrophobic world where the tops of submerged trees reach out like skeletal fingers. Because the lake was flooded without fully clearing the timber, the underwater landscape is a labyrinth of tangled branches and debris. A swimmer who panics can easily find themselves snagged on a fence post or a rooftop that once stood in the sun, trapped in a cold embrace that never lets go. A legacy of shadows. The darkness of Lanier isn't only physical, it is historical. The flooding of the area followed decades of racial tension and the forced expulsion of black families from Forsyth County. There is a sense among many that the lake was born of a great injustice, and that the water serves as a heavy shroud over a past that hasn't been properly laid to rest. As the mist rolls off the water in the early morning, it's easy to imagine the chimneys and steeples still standing just a few dozen feet below the surface. The lake is a beautiful, shimmering graveyard, a place where the line between the living world and the submerged past is dangerously thin. It remains a chilling reminder that some things, once buried, continue to breathe beneath the waves. Don't forget to tune in next week for more spooky tales.